You guys for tuning in to another segment of the Sit Down with Malik Wright, presented by First Star Logistics. On this segment, I want to talk about LeBron's status as the GOAT. Daniel, I think his longevity and what he's doing at 38 years old makes him the GOAT. I think it puts him over Jordan. I really do. And the reason why I feel that way is because he's playing like one of the best basketball players in the world. Albeit, he's not the same LeBron James from the Miami Heat days, or even the LeBron James when he returned back to Cleveland, where he was able to give buckets night in and night out. But still, what LeBron James is able to do, some of the numbers that he's able to put up at his age, is astounding. To me, this is still LeBron James' team. I know LeBron wanted to say, oh, this is Anthony Davis' team, but it's not. Some of the numbers LeBron James has put up the last few games: 22, 26, 17, 37, 35, 28, 16, 32, 18. This is at 38 years old. LeBron James is still playing like one of the best basketball players in the world, and he has squarely put his name in the conversation of MVP. He needs to be discussed as one of the best players in the league this year. Matter of fact, I think a poll just came out, and he's now in the top 10 in voting for MVP. What LeBron James is doing right now has never been done. We can pull up the stats of what Jordan was doing in his final season. Now, I get it. Jordan didn't take care of his body. Was much more physical era, all those things. I still think that's not something LeBron James should be punished for because he didn't play in that era. I think that's not something LeBron James should be punished for because he's playing in a, I would say, a offensively more friendly league. It's still astounding, the numbers that he's putting up. And to be honest with you, I think the Lakers have a real shot this year, man. I'm not going to say that they're going to win the finals, but I think they have a real shot of coming out of the West. I look at some of the other teams in the West. I look at teams like the Nuggets who lack depth. I look at teams like the Warriors who just seem to be missing that so far. Now, it's early in the season. A lot could change down the stretch. The Mavericks are missing a true big man. They're getting dominated. Now the Clippers could maybe break through this year. Who knows? Again, you got to show me. And I think playing back-to-backs have definitely taken a toll on a guy like Kawhi Leonard. Paul George doesn't always show up. So when you think about the Lakers and how much depth this team truly has, I think that's what's going to carry them a lot further, especially you put that together with the play of LeBron James right now. And when Anthony Davis does choose to be one of the most dominant big men in the league, they truly are unstoppable. But I say all this to say, I think LeBron James. I think you could say two things. I think you could say Michael Jordan had the greatest prime, but I think you could say LeBron James is the GOAT. I think Michael Jordan. I think LeBron could do things that Michael Jordan couldn't do on the court. I think LeBron James garners respect that Michael Jordan didn't garner on the court. Now that could be because of the size difference, right? But I think it's a very real thing. And I think that should be the end of the debate argument right there. The GOAT debate right there. I think you could say Michael Jordan had the greatest prime in NBA history, 6 championships, obviously left the NBA, wanted to take up baseball, came back, won a championship again. You could say that. But we're not judging them off of a prime span. We're not judging them off of just even rings. I'm talking about the game in totality. I'm talking about the entire career, the longevity of LeBron. 21 years. 21 years. And these are the numbers that he's putting up. I just don't know how you can't have him as the GOAT. I don't know how you can't put respect on his name. There have been tons of dominant players in the NBA. Tons of dominant players in the NBA. But how does someone's prime last their entire career? What LeBron is doing right now is other people's prime. He's 38 years old, 21 seasons in the NBA. That's got to be studied. Daniel?
Yeah, I think, and I would love to fully disagree with you. Let me just make one thing clear. What he's doing at age 38 needs to be talked about more. Here's what other people did. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar averaged 23 points a game at 38. Michael Jordan averaged 23. Karl Malone averaged 22. Tim Duncan, 13. Hakeem Olajuwon, 11. Besides that, nobody does this shit respectfully in their 38-year-old season. And that needs to be talked about more because what LeBron James is doing, can be looked at as his prime. Going back to the full GOAT argument, and that's where people are going to agree to disagree. It's the prime where you're going to make the case for Michael Jordan. People's main, storyline with Michael Jordan is 6-0. And when you look, even LeBron James respectfully had an amazing prime with Miami Heat 2011. That was some of the best basketball I've ever seen from a player. And that's probably my argument for why Jordan is different than a LeBron James. And it's purely a speculative thing, because when LeBron James walks on the court, and this could just be the new era, it doesn't feel like people are scared of LeBron James. And this could just be him being 38 years old. But when you go back to the Kobe Bryants, when you go back to the Shaqs, when you go back to the Michael Jordans, when those guys walked on the court, when they were on the court, just the feeling was different. And I know this is all speculative, but right now it's like LeBron James dominates, but he waits till the fourth quarter. And that's probably the biggest thing you can say is it was their prime. And the same thing can be said about the Shaqs. Shaq had an amazing prime, but his longevity wasn't amazing. So the whole argument for LeBron James needs to be talked about more, right? Him doing this at 38 years old. He came into the league at 18, 19 years old. And he's been doing this for 21 years, Malik. 21 years the dude's been doing this. He's in the MVP conversation at age 38. And that doesn't have to do with eras, respectfully. I think if you put Michael Jordan in this era, if you put, Kobe Bryant, I don't think these people are doing this at 38. And that's not to talk down about Michael Jordan. It's not to talk down about Kobe Bryant. It's to uplift a guy like LeBron James. So when I look at LeBron James, what I want people to take away is this is unheard of, and this needs to be the story, in my opinion, about LeBron James. The fact that he's still doing this at age 38, the fact that he's still uplifting his teammates. The most important thing I've learned about LeBron James this year, look at Cam Reddish, not a superstar, but what I'm genuinely going to take away is Cam Reddish's game is being taken up a notch because of what James has proven amazing teammate.
You know what's crazy? Who did LeBron uplift? Who did LeBron get them make better? We're seeing it right here, man.
Yep.
And they're helping him in turn too. They're extending his career a lot longer. I think LeBron could play like this for the next 2 years.
Yep.
For the next 3 years, maybe. And we know he wants to play with his sons and stuff like that. So, like, I think his style of play right now, being able to, give that team a scoring uplift when they need it and put up points for his team. I think this is something he can continue to do for the next couple of years. That's my thoughts. Let us know down in the comment section what you guys think. Where does LeBron rank on your GOAT status? If you like more video content like this, give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we go live or upload content from the First Star Logistics studio.